song. We find what it's worth and sing along. We carry on. Feel the rush of wind. The sun on our face will let you know. Isn't on our side. We leave all the rest behind. We carry on, carry on, carry on till morning come. We carry on. Is a crooked line. We may never get up next time. But hope will sing its song. When melodies carry you home. We carry on, carry on, carry on till morning come. Carry on, carry on till morning sun.
Welcome, and thank you all for joining us in this joyous occasion. Together we are gathered here to witness a truly special ceremony, the union of Nick and Rachel before their closest friends and family. Nick and Rachel, today we celebrate the power of your love and the strength of your bond. Before we begin, take a moment to look around at the many friendly faces before you today. Know that all are here to offer love and support and encouragement as you embark on this incredible journey together. As the Bible reminds us in Corinthians, if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but I do not have love, I have nothing. May this ceremony provide you with wonderful memories to look back on and treasure for the rest of your days. For those in the audience, you may be asking who I am. And for those who don't know, my name is Rustin, and I'm friends with these beautiful individuals up here today. Little windy. As a joke teller, often at the expense of Rachel, I was quite shocked when they asked me if I would officiate their ceremony. And I guess I should be more specific in that I was told I would officiate their ceremony, not so much asked. But nevertheless, I am incredibly grateful to take part in their journey of commitment and loyalty and love. At first draft, I thought to myself how great it would be to deliver a legendary ceremony that perfectly blended Grey's Anatomy quotes with fishing ideas and puns. But I began to flounder on that idea about halfway through trying to figure out how I could incorporate the word bass into the script professionally. I realized I better scale back on that thought. So, Nick and Rachel, I reached out to some of the individuals standing alongside you today to get some advice and share in their recognition of your love. And I have learned a lot. I've learned you're both a teeny tiny touch stubborn, and sometimes you can be total opposites.
Yeah.
But it's important to know that opposites do attract, and I think that's what we have here today. The bond you share is a rarity in this world, and its fruits more valuable than any precious stone or metal or material. Marriage, of course, is more than a formal exchange of rings. It is a sacred and solemn promise to one another that no matter what, you're in this together. Life is full of surprises, both positive and negative. By nature, it is impossible to know what's around the corner. However, with a trusted partner by your side, you'll be all right. That is the beauty of love. Your lives will become permanently intertwined today. The union you form is built to withstand any and all challenges. Through sorrow and joy, through failure and success, through despair and triumph, your bond will persevere. Buoyed by the everlasting love you share, with the vows exchanged today, you will both finalize this promise and begin life anew together. As we gather here under the eyes of the Lord, let us recognize the seriousness of this occasion, as marriage is a profound and sincere commitment and one worthy of our reverence. I will now invite the groom and bride to exchange their vows. Nick, would you like to go first?
Yes. Alrighty.
Oh, would you like a microphone?
I think I can talk it out loud. Okay.
Don't worry, Nick.
We'll try.
It's there. He's halfway there.
Oh, what? Oh, microphone? Yeah. Sure. Why not?
And I can hold it for you if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Check 1, 2. Okay. New Year's Eve, something made me go through my contacts that I happened to stumble upon the letter R in my contact list. I sat there for a second thinking to myself, why would I put that for somebody's number? When I sent the text and you responded, it didn't end there. The party I was at faded in the background, and I was focused on one thing, trying to figure out how to ask you on a date. The conversation was back and forth until I asked you if you wanted to go snowmobiling with me. I'm still surprised to this day that you wanted to go on a second date after holding your frozen feet up to the McDonald's bathroom hand dryers. I met the love of my life that night. I promise to always make you smile as much as you make me smile. I promise to always support you in the new adventures you decide to take in life. I want you to know I'll always put myself in harm's way to make sure you are safe. I can't wait to continue this journey with you by my side. I love you. XOXO.
Would you like me to take that?
Thanks.
Rachel, would you like to go next?
Yeah.
Woo! That was good.
Nick, I feel overwhelmingly lucky and proud to be standing beside you today. I love your loyalty to me and our relationship. I love your genuine kindness towards others, and I love that you can make me laugh when I'm trying so hard to be mad. Thank you for always supporting me and loving me unconditionally. I know I haven't always made that easy. I promise to laugh with you, cry with you, and grow with you. I promise to be patient with you, even if that means I have goose decoys and fishing lures on our kitchen table for the rest of my life. I will share in your dreams and support you as you strive to achieve your goals. I promise to respect our differences and to be by your side through all the days and nights that we share together. Today is the beginning of the rest of our lives. I choose to spend today and all of my tomorrows with you. I love you with all of my heart. Take it. In the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick and Rachel, I was going to ask you to hold hands, but you've already
You've been doing that a while.
done that, so fantastic. Nick, do you take Rachel as your wife and your companion? Do you promise to share her laughter during the good times and wipe her tears during the bad from this day forward?
I do.
Rachel, do you take Nick as your husband and companion? Do you promise to share his laughter during the good times and wipe the tears during the bad from this day forward?
I do.
Let us proceed. The wedding ring is a symbol of unending power of love between two beings. Its circular shape has no ending, no beginning, representing the boundless spiritual connection that is never ending. The ring should be worn proudly as a symbol of the commitment between you and your spouse. Even when you find yourselves apart, your rings will provide a powerful reminder of the eternal love you share. Jake, do you have the rings? I do. All right. Hold on to the
Slides.
The secret passcode.
What? Oh, there's a microphone here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, let's start with you.
Okay.
And Rachel. If you can please hold that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nick, please repeat after me. With this ring, I, Nick,
With this ring, I, Nick,
commit my love to you for all time,
commit my love to you for all time,
giving you all that I am and all that I will be.
giving you all that I am and all that I will be.
Please accept it as a symbol of my love.
Please accept it as a symbol of my love.
Give her your... All right, Rachel, if you could please repeat after me.
Ready.
With this ring, I, Rachel,
With this ring, I, Rachel,
commit my love to you for all time,
commit my love to you for all time,
giving you all that I am and all that I will be.
giving you all that I am and all that I will be.
Please accept it as a symbol of my love.
Please accept it as a symbol of my love.
You can give your...
Didn't even have to wiggle it.
As we approach the moment you have all been waiting for, I'd like to make an announcement on behalf of the bride and groom. They will head out for photos immediately following their recessional today. However, you're all invited to gather and congregate at your table assignment inside the tent or hang out here if you'd like to get some nice lake pictures. I will now ask Rachel's grandmother, Tony, to share a few words.
I don't know where she's going.
Here. Here, you stand around the middle.
Boo! Yeah, this is a nice prayer, so we gotta not laugh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, prayer of spouses for each other. Yeah.
Hold the microphone up a little bit.
Lord Jesus, grant that. Oh,
You want me to
Lord
hold it?
Jesus, is it working? Yeah.
Hello? Yep.
Okay.
Hang on.
Lord Jesus, grant that I and my spouse may have a true and understanding love for each other. Grant that we may both be filled with faith and trust. Give us the grace to live with each other in peace and harmony. May we always bear with one another's weaknesses and grow from each other's strengths. Help us to forgive one another's failings and grant us patience, kindness, cheerfulness, and the spirit of placing the well-being of one another ahead of thyself. May the love that brought us together grow and mature with each passing year. Bring us both ever closer to you through our love for each other. Let our love grow to perfection. Yeah, love.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
And I have one more thing to say.
It's okay.
Actually, 3 things. Never go to bed mad. Always kiss each other goodnight. And there's a poet, Robert Browning, that you probably don't know, but grow old along with me. The best is yet to be.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
If you could each take a step forward.
Yep.
In the lake you go.
Do we hold hands?
Nick and Rachel, before I say the words you've been waiting a lifetime for, it has been an absolute honor to officiate your ceremony today. Family and friends, by the power vested in me by the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Let us celebrate their union together. Nick, you may kiss the bride.
I love you.
How do you do?
All right. Nick and Rachel, may you enjoy a lifetime of sunrises and sunsets together. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Sokolowski.
Our son.
Rachel, your bouquet.
the bridal party and also the parents of the bride and groom. We're going to start with the parents of the bride. Put your hands together for Jim and Michelle Dumas. Up next, we got parents of the bride. Put your hands together for Jim and Jennifer Tortora, along with the ring bearer. Put your hands together for Jet. And now for parents of the groom. Put your hands together for David and Denise Sikorsky. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your bridal party, put your hands together for Sevenfold, escorted by the groomsmen Christopher Patton and Ray Bentz. Next up, we got Courtney Darish being escorted by Anthony Sokolowski and Jordan Birdie. Next up, we got your matron of honor. Put your hands together for Lindsay McNiff being escorted by the best man, Jacob Greba. Next up, we got Aaron Oster being escorted by Alan and Zachary. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise. It is my honor to introduce to you the first time in public as husband and wife. Put your hands together for your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Nick Sokolowski. First dance together as husband and wife. That's the Lynch, Cowboys and Angels. First dance for your bride and groom.
There's a want and there's a need. There's a history between girls like her and guys like me, cowboys and angels. I've got boots and she's got wings. I'm hell on wheels and she's heavenly. I'd die for her and she lives for me, cowboys and angels. We ride side by side, a cloud of dust, a ray of light. My touch is her temptation, her kiss is my salvation. She's sweet, I'm wild, we're dangerous, cowboys and angels. Not sure why her path crossed mine, accident or grand design. Oh, maybe God just kinda lies, cowboys and angels. We ride side by side, a cloud of dust, a ray of light. My touch is her temptation, her kiss is my salvation. She's sweet, I'm wild, we're dangerous, cowboys
Best man speech. There we go.
Good evening, everyone. For those that don't know me, my name is Jake, and I'm Nick's best man. First, I want to say congratulations to Nick and Rachel. After our trip to Maryland last year, I never thought I'd actually see this day. You know me so well. I met Nick 13 years ago on the bus. After talking with him for a few days about ice fishing, he invited me to go with him, and soon we became almost inseparable. We'd ride our bikes for miles and miles, like that trip to Pennville Pond, which was only over the next hill. Once Nick got his license, we began trekking all over central New York in the quest to fish and hunt. Many of those times we were packing gear at midnight to be up at 4 to head out the next morning. He rarely took money for gas and usually only wanted me there just to be with him. I experienced many firsts thanks to Nick, like my first pheasant, fish through the ice, goose, and wood duck. But enough about how good of a friend he is to me. Rachel is the one he chose his best side to. I met Rachel at Gander Mountain, where she trained me to be a shoe-selling extraordinaire. 3 of us have had a lot of fun over the years, and even though I'm Nick's best man, I consider Rachel a close friend as well. It seems like I text her more now than I do Nick because she actually responds.
This is true.
If you had asked me 8 years ago if they'd end up being married, I'd say no way. But Nick has always included Rachel in his adventures and is never afraid to hang up the waiters for a family day in Rochester or have a get-together at their home. And if that's not true love, then I don't know what is. Nick, you're my best friend. I love you like a brother, and it's an honor to be your best man. I'd like to raise a glass to Mr. and Mrs. Sokolowski. To many years of love and happiness.
First off, thank you everyone for coming out to celebrate the love of such a wonderful couple. Rachel, you are a stunning bride. And Nick, you clean up pretty good yourself. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Lindsay, Rachel's matron of honor and best friend of 14 years. As many of you know, Rachel was an only child growing up, so her parents used to let me tag along on all the family vacations, so that way Rachel would have someone to play with. In time, we became inseparable and basically like sisters. From soccer games to track meets to rollerblading around the neighborhood until the streetlights came on, we did everything together. When it came time for college, Rachel went to Oswego and I went to Brockport, but we still stayed as close as ever, coming home on school breaks and weekend visits. Our senior year, while I was traveling abroad, Rachel would send me messages about what was going on back home. But I remembered one of them sticking out, and it read, "I hung out with Nick Sokolowski again." I went over to his house Sunday night, and I love his parents. I'm not going to date him or anything. We're just hanging out, and I have a little crush on him. Almost 7 years later, I'm so happy she decided to date him, and to be here tonight watching them get married. I don't exactly remember the first time I met Nick. I just remember he's just always been there. I would come home to visit Rachel on the weekends, and it would just be the 3 of us hanging out, or the 2 of them would come visit me out in Rochester. What I do remember, though, was how happy Rachel made Nick once he came into her life. Sure, she would complain from time to time how early he was getting up to go hunting and him sleeping through his 6th alarm of the morning to wake her up again. But the 2 of them just made it work and made for such an amazing couple. When Nick texted me one day last September and said, "I'm going tonight to look at rings," I was elated for them. I could tell even through a text message how happy and how excited he was. It was so hard for the next week to play it cool when Rachel and I talked on the phone every single day, sometimes 3 times a day. And I would listen to her say, "Nick will never propose. He's too busy with getting his captain's license and work to even think about it." But her face when she video called me afterwards to tell me was the happiest I have ever seen her. The 2 of you are always meant to be together. For 14 years, Rachel has always been my person. She always will be, but I'm happy to share her with you, Nick. So please raise your glass and join me in a toast. To love, laughter, and happily ever after.
state line, miles away from those I love. Up is hard to find. While I recall the words you spoke to me, can't help but wish that I was there and where I'd love to be. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you, but I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again, there's nothing here for me on this barren road. There's no one here while the city sleeps and all the shops are closed. Can't help but think of the times I've had with you. Itches and some memories will have to help me through. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold her when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. No, no. Once again. Well, sunset. You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. I love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is real When I close my